Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV207, it's a Tier 8 British SPG. It's located on the defending team of Karelia Assault and it's under the command of Moose. Now I think he's got the top gun, the 6-inch gun with the 152mm, yes it is, there it is, 700 alpha, penetrating through 38mm of armour, is that 36? No, it's 38. And with a burst radius of 8 meters, but it's got a fairly fast reload, 23.34 seconds. And if you think of the other vehicles which have got around about 155mm caliber or 152mm caliber, 23 seconds is quite fast. And that means he's able to kick out a shell fairly quickly and hits lots of enemies during this battle. And when you can hit lots of enemies, you usually get medals. Well, he's got a TS5 for company, but I'm not sure that guy's going to stick around. I think he's actually going to go down on the south route, try and deter some of the offenders, but he's got to let Moose move ahead so he can get to his firing position. Now this RT is actually based on the Conqueror heavy tank. Never actually got built, but it was a proposal to build an artillery based on it. FV means fighting vehicle. And number 207 was, well, the 207th vehicle that they proposed. As you can see, it's got quite a wide arc due to that big turret ring that the gun is mounted in. Okay, first target, it's a Wizzy 11114, tier 9 Chinese heavy tank. The thing is that he didn't give enough lead. You really do need to give it the lead on the target, otherwise you won't hit the target. But he's going to be reloaded very shortly and he's got more ammunition to fire down range. No premium shells in this one, he's only got the standard shells, but he's now aiming for that T54E1, the autoloader. Lands a bit short this time, but he still gets some damage and he's picked up some stun assist. Now that rock is being a bit of an impediment to him hitting the Wizzy 11114. But he can certainly hit the E1, and there's a couple of tanks coming up behind them, the IS-22 and a KD-4. Unfortunately, the E1's just killed our M46 Patton. That was a direct hit, and he's moved position again, but he's pushing back, moving forwards. Okay, now who's going to be next? There's only one RT either side. I know some tank players will be happy that there's only one RT on either team. In fact, they would prefer it if there was no RT on either team, but the fact is that there has to be, because RT players are a significant number of the community of players, and if they didn't get their games, Wargaming wouldn't get any money, and Wargaming would be very unhappy if they didn't get their money. So all those people who say there shouldn't be more than one RT in the game or two RT in the game, Yabu sucks, because Wargaming wants to earn money. And that's the way they do it. Well, he's actually hit two enemy tanks with that shot, the IS-22 and the Wizzy 11114. Trying to do that again. If he can hit two tanks with one shot. The IS-2 is actually fairly close to the 1-4, that's why I think they're jockeying for position on that rock. He fires at the 430 and it goes long instead and stuns them all. Well, stunning the enemy also has the good effect of actually making it more difficult for them to get their reloads in, as well as to get accurate shots. Throws off their accuracy. And of course, if they bunch together like this, this is where premium rounds really does help. He fires one in, gets a direct hit on the IS-22, and also wounds the 430. I like his thinking here. He's actually focusing on the ones who are engaging his teammates, and the 430 was the one who was primarily engaging his teammates there, but he switched to the KV-4 now because he's the only one that he can see. The shell lands right next door to him, but it's only splash, 58 hit points, but it all counts. He's worked up to 1,164 hit points of damage so far. Remember, this is only a 10-minute game, and we've already had 4 minutes of it. Aiming for the IS-22, fires a blind shot in. With 2 tanks up on the enemy, it's looking increasingly bad for them, because if they don't actually make grounds, good gains of territory towards the cap circle, they could end up actually losing this game by simply running out of time. He's going for the Leopard prototype, fires one in, yes, direct hit, 309. The Leopard has fairly weak armor, and that's given the E50 the encouragement to go in there and finish him off, but unfortunately it's the E50's finished off by a convoy. And now, can he get the shot on the Leopard to finish him off? Very difficult shot, but he doesn't have to, because the T-32 finishes him off for us. Gets another shot on the Wizzy 111 Model 14. That convoy seems to be a bit of a problem. Very difficult for him to get a shot on him though, because that hill is in the way, that rock. So he'll have to move position. Doesn't appear to be anybody on the northern route coming in at all. It's all coming in, because obviously the northern route has been cleared out by our guys, who are now going behind the enemy spawn points to find the enemy and kill them. So it's only these guys in the south that Moose has to focus on. If he fires that one in, he'll only get splash. It was a good shot though. Managed to dodge the rock and get behind it. Just a huge number of wrecks there now. Only 4 players left on the enemy team. There's one of them, the Wizzy 111 Model 14. He's almost ready. He shoots. Direct hit. 189 with a bit of stun assist afterwards. He's got almost 2k of stun assist now. Actually a bit more. Just arrived. He's now going for the IS-22 because the Wizzy 111 was taken out. Oh, he is a splash kill now. He fires the round in. Didn't get the kill, but he's probably stunned that guy. Only 2 enemies left. The IS-22 and the KV4, and everyone's now homing in on this area with only 3 minutes left in the game. There's the KV4. He's going for that guy because he's got more hit points. The IS-22's gone down. He's tracked this KV4. But he's still in the fight. But not for long. And that's it. It's all over. Successful defense. With a decent amount of damage. And quite a nice amount of stun assist as well. Let's have a look at the end of battle results for this one. Ace Tanker for Moose in the FV207. Well done. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He managed to get 12. He also got a Confederate medal because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And he hit 6 exactly, yes. And Ace Tanker shows obviously he was earning enough from the stun assist to actually boost his score up, even though he didn't get any kills. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game was actually done by the Type 4 Heavy, 3,835 hit points of damage to him. Then came the Leopard Prototype with 3,557, and after that the Ferdinand with 2,827 hit points. Moose managed to get 2,053, which is not... It's pretty good actually. It's a bad average from the top layer of the top 5 of his team. So yes, he was working very hard, but he didn't get any kills on this occasion. Yeah, the top scorer was the T44, then came the T54E1, the Object 430, the Conqueror, the Conway, and on the enemy team, only their Conway managed to do more than 1 kill. And unfortunately, yes, no kills unfortunately for Moose, but he did do a lot of damage. And when it came to base XP, he was right up at the top, just after the T32. He got 1,150, Moose managed 1,112, and then the Type 4 Heavy got 1,003. And those are the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in that game, so they were the ones working exceptionally hard. Moose fired 15 rounds, got 6 direct hits, no penetration, but 24 splash. Damage of 2,053 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he did get 2,784 hit points of stun assist off 24 stuns, and that's what gave him a high XP at the end of the game. 34,969 credits from the game, and he got 50,000 credits from personal mission payout, and after resupply of ammunition took away a profit of 84,154 credits. That's a really good score for a tier 8 Arty. 1,112 XP times 2 for the first victory, 1,668 from personal reserves, and took away 5,004 experience points altogether. So a very good round there by Moose in the FV207. It's not a great Arty. It does have a fairly good wide arc of fire, and of course that fire rate is very, very good as well. If you've got the top gun, you are putting out a lot of shells downrange, and you're bound to do a lot of damage on the enemy. It's a very slow Arty, not that quick to move about, and consequently that makes it fairly vulnerable. It's also fairly big as well, and it's a long, arduous slog all the way up to the top gun, the 6-inch. But once you get there, then it's a bit of fun just piling those shells on the enemy and ending up with these sort of results. Well done, Moose. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.